beautiful people. Today I wanted to share with you a very easy recipe. The reason behind this recipe is that I had a few very ripe bananas and I really wanted to use it, not throw it away. I never do. And this recipe is a very simple banana chocolate chip recipe that I've been making for years. And I added some walnuts in here to give it some added boost. So I figured, hey, why not share this recipe? And I didn't come up with recipe. I will link the recipe that I originally used down in the description box so you may look at it. You can call this recipe banana chocolate chip walnut bread, squares, bars, anything you want. And what I love about this recipe is that it uses very simple ingredients and it does not use maida. Actually, the original recipe calls for maida, but I have substituted whole wheat flour for maida and it turns out so delicious, so yummy. And if you store it in an airtight container, it stays for a week, even in the fridge, but in my house it never stays for that long. So without further ado, let's get started right into this amazing, nutritious, healthy recipe. So first, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Celsius, and in a bowl, use a larger bowl, add 5 peeled, very ripe bananas. Make sure you use really ripe bananas so that you don't have to use as much sugar. The riper, the better. And use it with a mash it with a masher or anything like that. Add in 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of oil. I used canola oil here. You could use any oil. You could also use butter. And then add 1/4 cup of milk. I've used almond milk. And then add 2 eggs. I'm adding one at a time just in case. And then just mix it all together. At this point, I realized it's better to use a whisk. So I'm whisking everything together till it forms a nice uniform mixture. And don't worry if there are a few chunks of banana left. No big deal. It will still be super delicious. So once the mixture is well mixed, we'll add our dry ingredients. 1 3/4 cup of whole wheat flour or atta, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. If you're using butter, salted butter, skip the salt. And chocolate chips. I have a whole cup, but I'm not using the whole cup. I'm reserving some for the topping. And 1/4 cup of walnuts, chopped walnuts. Now here I figured it's better to use a spatula to mix the whole mixture together. Now you don't want to over mix it. What you want to do is just gently combine everything so it's a nice uniform mixture. Make sure you mix it well so that you don't see any dry wheat flour or atta on the sides. So once everything is well combined and the mixture looks wet, get any baking dish. I've used I think it's a 9x5, but you could use any baking dish. Just make sure you get all the goodness out of the bowl and then level it up. Now you could use a square pan, and even bigger pan. The only difference is the baking times, and everybody's oven is different. So what you want to do is just keep checking the mixture if it's ready or not. So once I leveled out the mixture into the pan, what I've done is I've taken the rest of my chocolate chips and I've sprinkled it on top. You could put in as many chocolate chips as you want or as little. But hey, I'm a lover of chocolate and there is never enough chocolate. So once you have put enough chocolate chips to satisfy you, just stick it in the oven. This is the 350 degree preheated oven. And for me, it took about 30 to 35 minutes. Just check. And when you insert a toothpick in the center, if it comes out clean, it's done. And then you cut it into your desired shapes. Squares, rectangles, triangles, circles if you want. And then it's just delicious, ready to be enjoyed. And just one tip is to let it cool completely so that cutting is easy. Here the chocolate chips were still a little warm, but you can see that it's nice and fluffy and so delicious. So I hope you really like this recipe and I hope you do try it. And if you do, please don't forget to let me know in the comments how it turned out. And please make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of my videos. So until next time, remember to live, love, and dare to dream. I love you all. Bye.